Asian balanced flavors philosophy. The concept of balanced flavors lies at the heart of Asian culinary traditions, weaving together centuries-old wisdom with sensory artistry. Unlike Western approaches that often emphasize dominant notes, East Asian, Southeast Asian, and South Asian cuisines prioritize equilibrium among sweetness, sourness, saltiness, spiciness, and bitterness. This delicate interplay creates dishes that are neither overwhelming nor flat. This philosophy isn't merely about taste, it reflects a deeper understanding of health, nature, and human well-being. Ingredients are chosen not for novelty but for their ability to harmonize within the palate and sustain the body. From kimchi's probiotic tang to Vietnamese pho's aromatic umami base, balance defines authenticity. The roots of flavor harmony in ancient texts. Balanced flavors trace their lineage to foundational texts like China's Huangdi Neijing, Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, and India's Charaka Samhita, which linked taste to bodily energy systems. These works emphasized that excessive heat, acidity, or sweetness could disrupt internal harmony, making moderation essential. In Japan, the Koshoku Ron, treatise on taste, written during the Heian period, described how chefs meticulously adjusted seasonings to align with seasonal energies. A dish meant to soothe winter ailments might emphasize warmth, while summer fare leaned on cooling ingredients like cucumber or mint. Korean Confucian scholars further refined this ideology during the Joseon dynasty, arguing that meals should mirror natural cycles. Fermented foods like doenjang, soybean paste, were praised not just for their bold flavor but for their role in preserving health and longevity. Southeast Asia added its own layer through Ayurvedic-influenced practices. Thai curries, for example, balance fiery chilies with creamy coconut milk and zesty lime, a technique believed to stimulate digestion while calming inflammation. Fermentation played a crucial role in shaping this philosophy. Kimchi, miso, and soy sauce weren't just preserved foods, they were vehicles for flavor complexity and microbial vitality. Probiotics from fermented products were thought to enhance both immunity and emotional balance. Miso soup combines salty umami from fermented soybeans, richness from dashi broth, and brightness from pickled vegetables. Pho broth layers deep beef stock with ginger, star anise, and cinnamon to achieve warmth without heaviness. The 5 fundamental tastes, a scientific perspective. Ancient practitioners identified 5 core flavors long before modern science validated them: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy, or umami. Today, research confirms these categories influence nutrient absorption, mood regulation, and even disease prevention. Polyphenol in bitter greens like kale and green tea activate cellular repair mechanisms, reducing oxidative stress. Meanwhile, capsaicin in chili peppers boosts metabolism and pain tolerance by stimulating TRPV1 receptors. Sweeteners like honey or brown sugar trigger insulin release, providing quick energy, ideal after physical exertion. However, overuse can lead to glycemic spikes, underscoring the importance of measured sweetness in balanced meals. Salt enhances texture and preservation but requires precision. Too much risks hypertension, while too little dulls other flavor dimensions. Traditional cooks counteract excess sodium with acidic components like vinegar or lemon juice. Umami, once considered a lesser-known 5th taste, plays a pivotal role in balance. Found in mushrooms, tomatoes, and aged cheeses, this savory essence complements fats and proteins, preventing overly greasy or dry textures in dishes. Cultural variations within the framework. While the principle of balance is universal, its application varies widely. In Vietnam, pho achieves equilibrium by layering spices gently rather than overpowering them. By contrast, Sichuan-style hot pot embraces intense spice, relying on dairy or starch-based soups to temper heat. Indian biryanis illustrate another approach. Marinated meat and aromatic saffron provide warmth, while yogurt sauces add cooling contrast. This duality satisfies both heat-seeking and heat-sensitive palates simultaneously. Japanese cuisine exemplifies restraint. Tempura batter's light crispness balances rich fish and vegetable fillings, while miso glazes offer salty sweetness that deepens umami without cloying sweetness. Burmese and Laotian dishes, however, frequently juxtapose sharp and mild elements. Lopit fermented leaf salad, pairs fermented cabbages tang with roasted peanuts nuttiness and crispy shrimp for crunch, an explosion of opposites unified into coherence. Techniques that achieve balance. From marination to garnish, chefs employ dozens of strategies to maintain equilibrium. Marinating meats in combinations like soy sauce, garlic, and rice wine dissolves toughness while pre-infusing moisture. Similarly, brining seafood in citrus-soaked water preserves freshness while imparting subtle acidity. Timing is critical. Spices and aromatics should infuse gradually. Simmering chicken broth for hours extracts depth without burning away nuance. Stir-frying woks leverage high heat to sear proteins instantly, locking in juices while flash-cooking vegetables retains color and crunch. Rice acts as a silent partner in balance. Steamed jasmine rice tempers, numbing spicy, Sichuan mapsu, while sticky glutinous rice absorbs and softens the punch of Indonesian rendang. Garnishes perform a finishing touch. Toasted sesame seeds amplify nuttiness in Korean bibimbap, while cilantro adds bright herbal notes to Mexican Central American fusion dishes inspired by East Asian methods. Even plating contributes to balance. Serving red bean paste alongside matcha desserts creates visual contrast akin to flavor pairing, proving aesthetics inform taste perception in Eastern philosophies. Regional adaptations of balance principles in Central Asia, plav, rice pilaf, balances lamb richness with dried fruits sweetness and carrots earthiness. Mongolian shubat, fermented mare's milk, pairs tartness with effervescence, offering a unique digestive unlike any other culture's offerings. Turkish cuisine bridges Eastern and Western influences beautifully. Doner kebabs grilled doner rotates slowly under flames, retaining juiciness that complements tsatseki's cool creaminess. The perfect antidote to grilling char. Middle Eastern tabbouleh showcases parsley's herbaceous vigor against bulgur wheat's chewy texture, enriched by tomato paste's mild acidity. It demonstrates how plants alone can form a complete flavor matrix. Kaiseki dining in Kyoto follows the most rigorous balance system. Courses progress sequentially, starting with clear broths, advancing through steamed dumplings, then grilled game meats seasoned with yuzu peel, and ending with sugared chestnuts. Each stage transitions smoothly without jarring contrasts. Mexican mole sauce redefines balance, incorporating 30+ ingredients ranging from chocolate to almonds to chile peppers. The result is a complex blend where none element dominates, a modern homage to traditional Asian layering techniques. Modern interpretations in contemporary chefs' hands. Restaurants like Copenhagen's Noma have adopted Eastern balance principles. Their fermented black garlic puree provides dark sweetness that melts into foie gras, echoing the way mirin accentuates Japanese wagyu's fatty profile. Lena Lohan's fusion menu integrates Korean gochujang with Italian orecchiette pasta, demonstrating how modern kitchens borrow balancing frameworks globally. The resulting mapo tofu ravioli maintains structural integrity while allowing contrasting flavors to coexist. Vegan restaurants showcase new boundaries in balance. Coconut milk lentils and korma curry imitate traditional butter-rich versions through creamy texture and spice level matching. The plant-based approach proves that ethical eating does not mean sacrificing layered flavor. Desserts now embrace this ethos too. Matcha tahini cheesecake layers earthy bitterness with nutty undertones beneath a caramelized crust, an evolution from older cake recipes that relied solely on sugar sweetness. Craft breweries utilize these same principles. A hoppy IPA with orange zest maintains refreshing qualities rather than becoming aggressive due to citrus bitterness neutralizing malt dominance, a lesson borrowed from Thai Som Tam's chili lime dynamics. The science behind why we crave balance. Neuroscientists find our brain rewards us neurochemically for seeking balance. Dopamine spikes occur when we consume food with diverse yet coordinated flavors, rewarding exploration and encouraging broad nutritional intake. Taste receptor activation patterns reveal fascinating truths. Sweet activates dopamine pathways similar to reward circuits engaged by pleasurable experiences. Bitter, meanwhile, triggers cautionary responses evolved to detect toxins, but when managed safely, becomes a sought-after quality in coffee or dark chocolate. Studies show people who eat balanced meals report higher satiety and lower cravings. Research at Harvard found dieters who consumed dishes following Eastern balance standards ate 28% less overall, suggesting natural portion control occurs when flavors cooperate harmoniously. Fermented ingredient consumption correlates with better gut microbiomes according to recent studies. This supports ancestral wisdom. Maintaining microbial diversity via varied seasoning choices strengthens immune function and mental clarity concurrently. Functional Foods Incorporated reports that individuals consuming balanced meals regularly exhibit improved cognitive flexibility tests compared to those eating unvaried diets. The correlation underscores physiological links between taste satisfaction and neurological performance enhancement. Educational resources for practicing flavor balance cookbooks remain vital tools. MasterChef contestant Chris Kajia's taste will guide cooks through identifying individual flavor intensities before combining them. His charts visualize safe threshold levels for ingredients like lemongrass or fish sauce. Ongoing courses at institutions like Singapore Institute of Technology teach students to analyze flavor components mathematically. Graduates apply learned ratios to develop restaurant menus focusing on dynamic equilibrium rather than static recipe replication. Mobile apps track personal flavor preferences through AI-assisted tasting logs. Users input reactions to various tastes weekly, receiving personalized recommendations about ingredient pairings likely to succeed based on psychological profiling algorithms developed from decades of anthropological data. School programs introduce children early to balance awareness. Schools in Seoul use interactive software showing visual representations of flavor wheels, teaching pupils visually impaired how different texture contrasts contribute to perceived tastefulness similarly to sighted peers. Certification bodies like the International Flavor Balancing Association provide credentials acknowledging mastery in this field. Requirements include crafting 10 signature dishes representing distinct balance styles globally accepted today. Home cooking tips for daily practice start simple by observing how your favorite recipes achieve balance. Note whether a stir-fry uses lemon juice to lift oil heaviness or a stew relies on herbs for aromatic contrast. Understanding existing successes helps recreate them effectively later. Create a pantry guide categorizing items by primary flavor group. Store sweet agents separately from acids, salts apart from bitter enhancers. Referencing this list prevents accidental ingredient clashes when experimenting with new ideas. Master a few versatile ingredients known for enhancing balance. Garam masala can bridge gaps between sweet and savory just as rosemary connects butter-rich dishes with acidic accompaniments in Mediterranean cooking contexts. Purchase small quantities of novel spices gradually. Cinnamon from Ceylon offers milder warmth than cassia. Varieties commonly available elsewhere, affecting how it interacts with other components significantly depending upon desired intensity levels. Document results consistently by keeping records comparing ingredient alterations versus baseline dishes made earlier. Over time, patterns emerge revealing preferred combinations naturally aligning with intuitive expectations regarding optimal flavor interaction outcomes. Conclusion: understanding and applying the concept of balanced flavors transforms everyday meal preparations into artistic expressions worthy of fine dining establishments worldwide. It enriches not only individual enjoyment but also promotes broader dietary wellness goals supported scientifically through continued education and experimentation. To begin practicing these techniques confidently, start analyzing current favorite recipes thoroughly before modifying anything else. With patience and curiosity, anyone can cultivate expertise in creating deeply satisfying culinary experiences rooted authentically in ancient yet timeless guidelines originating millennia ago, still relevant today.